I think arrests were made where some persons that were said to be political thugs. It was an assumption,
yes.
so we do not know at the end of the day who they are or who they were. But in terms of intimidation, statements coming out,
it wasn't like that.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't like that.
It wasn't. Yes, it wasn't like that. In comparison with Edo State, it wasn't like that. But campaigning in such a way that it is issues-based, I do not know. I would not say.
Did you see the debate between the two frontline candidates? I would have thought that it was going to be on issues. But I thought I saw jabs throw in and all of it. But I think Nigerians, talking about debates, do debates actually,
So I think it's a borrowed culture, right?
Borrowed?
Yes, it's borrowed because we see that in the US, we see that here and there. People debate because the citizens over there are aware. Look at the US election, for instance. It was issues-based, and a lot of the citizens were aware of the issues. And so the candidates knew that, these are the issues that people are agitating about and that I need to speak to the issues, and so that is where I can sell myself. So if you do not sell yourself based on those issues, a lot of persons will not align with you. They will not align with your views because they feel, you know what, I am handing you over 4 years of my lifetime, and I want to see how you address these matters.
Exactly.
But if I do not see you coming out clear enough for me to understand what you intend to do, addressing those issues that I know could affect me in the next 4 years, of course, I would keep behind someone whom I know has spoken to the issues and is going to address them. But I believe that we are still growing because there are some fundamental issues that we haven't addressed.
I think we need to grow fast in that regard.
We haven't addressed some fundamental issues which are still, biting hard. Talk about poverty, talk about so many things, talk about education. How many people are enlightened to understand what the issues are? For a majority of Nigerians, what they are looking forward to is just give me light, electricity,
Nigerians
stable
are not too much.
They are not. Just give me stable electricity. Just let me have food on my table. I can afford it. Let me drive into a filling station and I can just buy fuel at an affordable amount. Right. So these 3 key issues, and then I can afford anything I want. So I can handle myself after that. Most Nigerians are their own government. They handle so many things. So if the fundamentals haven't been addressed, many people will not look at other issues that are also key.
Talking about the debates, the debates actually determine who wins an election in
It goes a long way. In Nigeria, okay, I was thinking you were going to...
No, in Nigeria.
I don't think so. That's why I said the fundamentals...
The fundamentals need to be addressed
have to be addressed first. And if that is addressed, then people can look at the key issues. So it's just a microcosm of a population that understand the issues and look at it. And if you look at that number, there are people who can provide certain basics for themselves.
Because if we compare it to the way elections are done in the US, but which is not fair to compare, because when you look at elections in Nigeria, you see, we'll vote for the person who danced for us. We'll vote for... Why not look at...
Don't go there. No, that's wrong.
The mundane... instead of focusing on the issues, rather the mundane thing. We throw jabs. Let me dance for you.
That's because we have seemingly weaponized poverty. And that is what has blinded most people. So they don't see beyond certain things.
So where should the change start from?
Well, the change begins
with... The politicians or the people?
The change begins with you, right? It begins with you because there are certain persons who are poor but can still see through their poverty to know what the issues are. Right?
They're not seeing now. They're looking at the future.
They are looking at the future because they can think They can see beyond the now.
Exactly.
They know that it is not about stomach infrastructure. It is about the future of my children, the future of what is going to happen to me, my lineage, in the next perhaps 4, 5, 10 years down the line.
True.
So they know how to handle those things. But you see, how many of those voices are being heard? You look at, I recall some months ago we had a guest here who was talking about when he tried to, dabble into politics, and, he was speaking with the people about his lofty ideas, what he intends to do, this and that. But you see, some persons called him and said,
I can predict the response. I can predict the response.
Baba, come here, let's talk.
What are you bringing to the table?
Right? You see, because of how we handle our own politics, our politics has its peculiarities.
True.
That's the truth. And so if you talk about debating and all of those, we still have a long way to go to really adapt to that. Yes, there are those who want to hear. You can find them on X and on social media and all of those. And some people, the bandwagon effect, just, because this is trending, I'm also part of the conversation. But deep down, that is not what they are after.
And even for the elites that actually understand the issues, most of them do not even come out to vote, but rather they prefer the rurals, the people in the rural area.
That's why we talk about the fact that politics is local.
Sure.
You get to the grassroots. But how many of those are the grassroots? Actually educated,
they are aware of the issue.
And are aware of the issues. A lot of them aren't. So that is why we still have a long way to go.
A long way to go.
So education is key. Right? If we want, beyond voter education, enlightenment, a lot of persons are not enlightened to understand how to analyze these issues and know the impact on their lives on the long term. So that's why they just grab anything you throw at them. Or
I think the people should people should also know that it's not just about today, it's about their future for the next.
That's why I said enlightenment education is key.
The rice that's given to you, the 2,000 naira given to you, you can't spend it for 4 years. The fertilizer.
You want to address what is happening to them right now. I am hungry and I need to eat now. So they will tell you, hear some people tell you, I need to eat now. And that is what, if I don't survive now, how do I think or plan for the future? So that's the issue. But let's quickly finish up a lineup of events for today. That to maintain order, the police have banned certain activities during the election, including the use of sirens, covered number plates, and unauthorized aids to all escorts. Now, local security outfits like Amotekun have also been warned to stay away from election activities with severe consequences for violators. Now, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. today, movement will be restricted. Aerial patrols by helicopters and waterway patrols using gunboats will provide additional support to the ground patrol at the 18 local government areas. Now, Deputy Inspector General of Police Sylvester Alabi has also directed the immediate deployment of designated commissioners of police to their respective local government areas.
What I expect from INEC and the security agency is a very, very orderly arrangement for the election without any fighting, killing, or all sorts of things. A very peaceful one. I expect the security to be in charge and to be in every corner of the state to make sure that things are going on very smoothly.
I'm coming out to vote and I expect a very peaceful election because we want everywhere to be peaceful. We don't want any riots or any chaos or anything of such. We just want everywhere to be very, very peaceful.
I wish them best of luck because we want the best for our state.
Okay, I expect everybody to come out and vote. I want both the law enforcement agency and the INEC to be neutral and they should be fair with their judgments and there should be peace everywhere, no riots, so that all of us can be fine.
All right, we have in the studio Director, Commonwealth Institute of